All right. I think we're live. Yes. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. This is Lucine, and we're going to get started with our topic this week. Eat this to boost your mood. Okay, you can jot the comments down in the comment box below, and I'll make sure I see them. So, happiness is an inside job. Have you ever heard that term before? So, when you want to boost your mood, when you want to feel happy and healthy, you need to look within. It's not an exterior thing, it's what's going on within you. And I want to explain why, and then we'll go into what kinds of foods can help us. So, let me know in the comments below, have you ever felt this way? You're feeling down, you're tempted to turn to food to lift your spirits, to lift your mood. However, like most people, you turn to sugary foods, high caloric foods, foods that are heavy in saturated fats, in processed ingredients. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever done this before? I admit I have done this many times, so let me know in the comments if this is something common for you as well. And this is what makes people reliant on foods to boost their mood. And the sugary foods, the junk foods, this is what really makes them reliant on that. They're not realizing that they're doing more harm than good to themselves by doing this because, if you consume something sugary. It's gonna raise your blood sugar levels, it's gonna make you feel happy and hyper, but then it's also gonna drop it very quickly. I've talked about this in my last video, and this is not what we want. We want something that is substantial, that is long term, and it's gonna make you feel good overall, inside and out. So this is why it's so important to become very particular in what foods you choose to eat and when you're not feeling well, when you're down, when you need a pick-me-up. You may have heard this before, but our gut and our brain are connected. Therefore, it's very important to take good care of our gut health in order to feel happy. Even there's research that has proven that depression and anxiety, they're heavily linked to the person's gut health. Okay, serotonin, which is the happy feel good hormone, it's not just found in the brain, it's also found in the gut, in the digestive system. In fact, estimated 90% of this hormone, serotonin feel good hormone, is manufactured and stored in our gut. Isn't that amazing? So, what does that mean? It means we need to take care of our gut in order to feel good, to feel happy, and this is, involves in the mood control, in depression, anxiety, even aggressive behaviors. It plays a huge role. So, what goes in our gut affects our mood. Okay, and this brings to our topic, would you eat to boost your mood? I want to highlight three things, three types of food groups that are crucial for a happy brain, happy gut, and just a happy mood overall. Um, Obviously, we need to make sure that we're eating foods that are supporting our gut and our brain. So the first thing that is important to look into are omega-3 fatty acids. Do you know how much fat is in our brain? Let me know, guess in the comments. Let me know what you think. Now, omega-3 fatty acids are the essential building block in our brain. They're important for learning, for your memory. They're crucial in the brain's, performance, the ability to perform properly. So 60%, nearly 60% of our brain is made out of fat. Isn't that amazing? And the interesting thing is that omega-3 fatty acids must be obtained through a diet because your body can't produce it on its own. So it's very important to be eating healthy, fatty foods. If you're someone who thinks fat-free diets are healthy, well, think twice. A few things that contain omega-3 fatty acids are things like nuts and seeds. I have a few here that I want to show you. We have, I don't know if you can see these, chia seeds. I got almond butter. Almond butter is really good, or almonds in general, right? We have flax seeds. Flax seeds, I like to grind them and keep them. I use a coffee grinder. I don't drink coffee, but I use the coffee grinder to grind my seeds and my cinnamon. You grind them, you keep them in the fridge, um, use them whenever you want. Walnuts. I want to highlight the walnuts. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at walnuts. You guys, when you look at walnuts, what does it look like? It looks like a brain, right? It looks like a brain. Now we can say, oh, it's just a coincidence that nature created walnuts that look like brains, but I don't think it's just a coincidence. There are many foods that look like specific organs that are good for, so keep that in mind. Now, the other thing is fatty fish. Fatty fish is high in omega-3s, such as salmon, sardines, mackerel. I have anchovies here that I love to eat once in a while. They're very salty, but you know, the good thing is you can have a couple of them and you're satisfied, so you don't overeat. Okay, and you know, healthy oils. Healthy oils, again, you can use flaxseed oil, almond oil, olive oil, avocado oil, or just eat an avocado. Just a side note here, make sure canola oil is not part of this list. So I know a lot of people consume canola oil, and I've had a lot of questions about canola oil, but it is not a healthy oil to be used in cooking and consumption. Moving on to the next ingredient, fermented foods. You knew this is coming, right? When we talk about our gut, we want to support our gut flora, the bacteria, the healthy probiotics, the bacteria in the gut. And fermented foods are loaded with these bacteria. So, what are fermented foods? We have vegetables like kimchi and sauerkraut, those are fermented. You can also get dairy products such as yogurt and kefir. Kefir has more bacteria in it than yogurt if you're deciding between the two. And the other thing that I really love is kombucha. I'm not sure if you guys love kombucha. I'm actually drinking it now. This is not wine. It's kombucha. It's a fermented tea, and you know you can ferment it with different ingredients, berries. This one has rose. I believe it has rose in it, so it's absolutely delicious. I love it. Mm. So, see, I forgot where I was. I lost track of my thoughts because it's so good. Um, yeah. So a side note, because I was drinking this, I thought of something. Not all fermented foods contain enough probiotics. So, you know, things like beer and wine and bread, they're fermented technically, right? Bread is made out of yeast. Beer and wine are fermented, but they don't have the probiotics that we're talking about that are good for the gut. So, you know, it doesn't mean that you can drink beer all day long and feel good and happy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. All right, and my last note about the foods is fiber-rich foods. Foods that contain lots of fiber. So I mentioned flax seeds, I mentioned chia seeds, they have a lot of fiber, but also whole grains, especially ancient grains, things like quinoa, buckwheat, amaranth, spelt. Those, because they have so much fiber, this is like considered healthy carbs, right? They boost your energy and they help the brain release the serotonin. One that is really, really high in fiber and really healthy for the gut are oats. So having oatmeal in the morning, you know, you may notice when you eat that, it actually helps you eliminate better. And oats, because they're so high in fiber, they slow down the digestion of they slow down the digestion of carbs and they stabilize your blood sugar levels. So this boosts your mood. It doesn't make your blood sugar go up and down so fast. Also, oats are high in iron. For anyone who does have low iron levels, this is a really good food to include in your diet. So there you have it, guys. These are the three types of food groups that I recommend. Omega foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, foods that are fermented like kombucha. Ooh, I don't want to spill this. And fiber-rich foods, okay? So just to let you know what else is coming up next week, we are starting our 21-day Crave Crusher program. This is an incredible program for anyone who is so attached to food and they feel like they're overeating, they're binge eating because of what's going on with the pandemic and being at home all the time. So join the program if you haven't already. We start on May 14th and early bird ends this Sunday. So I would love to see you there. I'll leave the link below. Otherwise, we'll chat again next week. Bye.